Welcome back to the session. So in today's video, we will continue our discussion on conditionals and iterative as we were studying unit 2 in the last class. So let's start it. If you haven't watched previous video, I recommend watching it. You can go through the channel and visit the previous one. So we were discussing conditionals and iterative statements. We had completed the major part of conditional statements, and I believe we had discussed if else statement, the last topic that we had done. We had solved a problem on finding whether a given year is leap year or not. So moving forward, so now we will be discussing if elif else statements. So this is another conditional statement, and if elif statement syntax works. First of all, we will write if here, then the condition. This part of code runs if the condition 1 is right, then elif condition 2. This part of code runs if condition 1 is false and condition 2 is true. Then we can continue writing multiple elif, and condition 3 of elif will run if condition 1 and 2 were failed and condition 3 is true. And we can continue likewise till elif number n and condition n, and if condition n is true, then it will get executed, else it will finally come to the else part, and else part will run if all the conditions fails. So let me give you some practicals now. Let's start with, so we will be starting with a very easy question, then slowly I will be taking the level of question to a good level. So let's start with basics. So we have to say that the student is entering any numbers between 1 to 100. So 1 to 100 is the range. Let's say 1 to 50. We are using 1 to 50 because we will need to write less number of statements, and the lesser the number of statements is better to understand any given concept. So the condition goes like, first is it will read number is between range 1 to 10. So the question is, a user will input a number between 1 to 50, and we have to say that whether the number is in which range. So the first condition is, let's say user entered 9. So we will say that a given number that the user entered is in which range. So first condition is the number is between range 1 to 10. The second condition is the number is between range 11 to 20. The third condition is the number is between range 21 to 30. The fourth one is the number is between range 31 to 40. Fifth is the number is between range 41 to 50. And the sixth and last condition is number is out of the range. So I hope you got the question. So you will be entering any number, we will be demonstrating the same, and we will enter any number and Python will say that in which range is this number. And if all the condition fails, then else part will work. And in the else part, the statement that must be printed is number is out of range. So where is elif used? So elif is used, we will be using elif when there is multiple conditions. So and you want multiple conditions, and you want to stop execution as soon as a condition is true. So elif is used when we need to check multiple conditions, and as soon as any condition becomes true, the execution to the later ones will automatically stop. So in our case, let's say if condition first is true, then it won't check the remaining 5 conditions. Let's say that condition 4 is true, then it won't check condition number 5th and 6th. So it's like, you can say that, for example, if you are working as you are giving any exam, for example, you are giving UPSC exam and you got first attempt of UPSC, you got IAS. So you won't be giving any other attempt of UPSC because you have already got IAS. First should you give exam. But let's say in first attempt you didn't crack UPSC, in second you didn't, in third you didn't, in fourth you did. So till the time you don't crack UPSC, you will we keep on giving UPSC. And if you crack in the second time, you won't give third time. So let's say likewise. It was just an example. I hope you got it. So let's implement this. So first of all, we will take a variable set. Let's say num int input, enter a number. So first we will write if num is greater than equal to, if num is greater than or equal to 1 and num is less than or equal to 10, print the first condition, number is in range so likewise now we will write elif. So elif condition number 2, let's see the syntax. So first condition, condition number 1, so we have written here the if and our first condition, that if number is greater than 1 and number is less than or equal to 10, then this part will be printed. Elif, now we will write condition number 2, if number is greater than equal to 11 and number is less than equal to 20, then print so now we will be coming to the third condition, and number is greater than equal to 21 and number is less than equal to 30, print number is between range 21 to 30. So we have written this much code till here. So it's a good practice that whenever you will be writing code, make sure to run it before finishing the whole code. It's just an advice. So doing so, it will state if any issues with the current code, and you can make changes likewise. So for example, let me enter 21, and yes, it's properly working. So we shall go ahead, and likewise you can create multiple conditions. Num greater than equal to 31 and num must be less than or equal to 40. Then we want to print number is between 31, between range 31 to 40. Now we will be writing our fifth condition. Num is greater than or equal to 41 and num is less than or equal to 50. Then print number is between range 41 to 50. Now we will be writing else. So when will else work? Else will work when all the conditions will fail. Print number is out of range. So we have completed writing the whole program. So let me explain this once to you. So first we are taking the number from the user using a input function, and we are storing that in num variable. Then we are writing if here, and condition number 1, that is we are checking if the number is between 1 to 10. Then we are printing number is between range 1 to 10. Then we are writing second condition using elif, that number is between 11 to 20. If so, then it will get printed that the range of the number is 11 to 20. In condition number 3, we are writing that number is must be between 21 and 30. We are writing so using elif function. Then the same gets printed. Likewise, we are writing sixth condition, and the last, that is else. Else will work only and only when all this will fail. Earlier, if any of this means if any of this does not work, none of them works, then else will work. That's a simple analogy. If you get nothing, then this. So let's execute it now. So let me enter a number. So let me enter 47. So 47 is between 40 to 50. So that must be printed. And yes, the number is between range 41 to 50. Now let me show another, let's say 51. So 51 is not in between 1 to 50. So the expected output must be that the number that we entered is not in our range. And yes, the else part got executed and number is out of range. So in this very example itself, I will show how if multiple if statement and elif differentiate between each other. So whenever you will be using if, although if something is true, it will get executed, but the execution keeps on going, and that's what. So I am going to show you. So right now I have changed all if to elifs to if. Now I will print it. First of all, let me print. Now let's say the number is 51. I believe else part. Oh, let me give some number that is in the range. Let's say 11. So what happens in using if statement number is between range 1 to 20? Okay, fine. This is getting printed. Number is out of range. This is also getting printed as well. So this is the drawback with the if. But let me change to all if to elif. So now again I shall enter 11, and you can see that we are not getting the else part. So it's always recommended to use elif instead of multiple if. I hope you got it. So Let me go over here again. So we are given here a problem statement. So the problem statement goes like, write a Python program that calculates and displays the grade based on score entered by user. So we need to make a Python program in which user will enter their marks and the grade will be shown. So let me copy this piece of code itself because I already explained that in a very detailed manner. So I will be explaining the code itself. This screen is not properly visible. Let me remove this. So first of all, we are taking a variable named score in which we are saying our user to enter the marks. So the condition for A plus grade is student must score greater than or equal to 90. For A grade, the condition is student must score greater than or equal to 80. For for B grade, the marks must be greater than or equal to 70. For C, it should be greater than or equal to 60. And likewise for D grade, that is below average, the marks must be greater than or equal to 50, but not less than 60. That's all, because elif, once the elif is one condition is checked in elif, if it's true, the multiple conditions won't be checked. That's crystal as clear. That's clear as crystal, I hope. And else part will work when all the conditions will fail, then the else part gets executed. So that's it. So let me run this program here. Print, over here it is using f string that I had taught you in earlier lectures. And print, we are also printing the remark. So let's run this remarkable program. Let's say you are someone scored 85. So the grade that is being awarded is A and it's excellent. So I hope you got it. Now over here we are given another program. So in this program, user is asked to enter any number from 1 to 7 and the corresponding day gets printed, where 1 is for Monday and 7 is for Sunday. If our user enters any number out of the range, then we can say that invalid input, please enter a number between 1 to 7. So this program usually comes when in your exams. So let me discuss this as well as this grade and question. You must be clear with this both, as these are important questions, and the leap year that I had taught you in earlier class. You must pay attention in all these three questions. And these three questions will help you to build your logic as well. So let me use comment using hash. And perfect, we are here with our question. By the way, if any of you is wondering why did I use word wrap, so you can use using Alt plus Z. The benefit of using word wrap is that whenever you will use word wrap, the horizontal scroll bar will disappear and you need not use that bar, and every text whatever is being entered will automatically fit in your screen by automatically giving to the next line. I hope you got. Although these things are not part of the curriculum, although I say that in order to make your programming journey easier and much more comfortable. So let's start this week number. So first of all, let's take a variable named week number. We are using int, then input, enter a number, So if week num is equal to 1, print Monday. Elif week num is equal to 2, print Tuesday. Elif equal to 3, print. Before going ahead, I want to make one thing clear. If any of you is thinking why am I writing double equal to, so double equal to here means we are checking the value that week number is equal to 1 and single is equal to use for assignment operator. I hope you are clear with this. So basically using double equal to, you are checking that if 1 is equal to the value entered by the user, if both of them will be same, so internally there will be true, 1 is equal to 1. So if true, then print this. I hope you understand the logic of working behind this. Let me continue with this. So we are done with this program. Before heading ahead, I would like to explain this. So we are taking week num as variable name in which we are using int for type conversion, or you can say typecasting or explicit type conversion. So and input function help us to take input from the user. So first condition is being checked using if, then condition 1, if week num is equal to 1, then it shall print Monday. Likewise, if it's true, using elif. For multiple conditions we are using elif, so 2, 3, 4, and likewise it keeps on going. And in the else part we have written, dear user, kindly enter a number between 1 to 7, both inclusive only. So the else part will work when all our conditions will fail, and once any if is elif is true or if is true, the rest of them won't be executed. So let's see. Let's choose one as Monday. Yes, it's showing. Let's now choose 7. So it must print, but it must print Sunday. Yes, it's print Sunday. So our program is working fine. Let me check with another date as well. For 4, it must print Thursday, and yes, it's right. For 3, it must print Wednesday, and yes, we are saying that our program is completely perfect. I want to give you an additional task as a homework. Then you must practice that. Write similar program, but it shall print the name of month. So the program question will go like was that take a number between 1 to 12 and display the corresponding month of the year. I recommend solving this question in comment section as well. And by the way, I will be discussing this in the next lecture as well. So now we shall study nested conditions. So what is nested conditions? So nested condition is kind of branched condition. So let me draw a beautiful thing first of all. So I am trying to draw a tree over here. So our tree is not looking that beautiful, but it must do the work. So tree has branches. So let's say this is our tree. So one thing you would be noticing that the main branch is this, then this branch is getting divided, it is going, then this branch is again getting over here, it's following the same path, then this branch is going here, and likewise. So you can say that it's another branch over here, another branch, and another branch. So let's choose to go to this branch. Let's choose to go to this branch today. How will you go to this branch? So in order to go to this branch, you need to follow the path that it has followed. So you can't go to this branch by this, the second one. You can't use this one. You need to use this itself. You cannot use this. Or if you will choose the path as this, let's say you chose the path, this path. So using this path, can you come over here? So it's practically not possible. So that's what nested loop say. Nested loop will work only and only if this condition is, you need to go to this condition. So in order to make sure this conditions run, you need to make sure this, and the branch connecting this, and finally this. If all of this will be true, then only this will be true. If any of them in between is not true, then our nested condition won't run. So I hope nested condition is very similar to branching. So as inner you will go, make sure that all the branches that you have covered are all true. So in this case, I hope you got what I was trying to explain. So this is a very important question, concept, nested loop. So let's see now. If outer condition block, inner condition runs only if both are true. So likewise, you can form multiple conditions, and this will give you. So let's take this problem statement from here. So in this problem, let's read the problem statement. We are asked to check if a person can drive car based on age and license status. So who is allowed to drive a car or any vehicle in India? So first and foremost, you must be 18 years of age. Then you can drive. Is that true? Then no, it's not true. You must be 18 years of age and you must have a valid driving license, that status is currently active. You must not have some sort of license that is being impounded by the RTO, Regional Traffic Office. If you have having such license, then you can't drive your vehicle. So in order to drive a vehicle in India, you need to possess two things. Your age must be greater than or equal to 18, and you must have a valid license that's currently active. So this question checks the same. So let's solve this question in our IDE, Integrated Development Environment. So let me write the question. Check if you check if user is eligible to drive vehicle in India. So first and foremost, let's ask the age from our user. Int input, enter your page. So user will be entering age. So first of all, we will check if age is greater than or equal to 18, and if it is not, then if someone is 16, then ultimately he or she cannot possess a driving license. So the thing gets clear over there itself. Let's check if age is greater than or equal to 18. Then for now, I am writing pass. So what's pass? So pass keyword is a keyword that help us to print nothing. You can say that it acts something like, okay, I will do it later. So you can say that you can write the condition later on, or you can just skip it. So pass is used for avoiding anything, or if you don't want any statement to be printed, just write pass instead of any statement and it will work. Else print. So as I will be writing here multiple conditions, multiple statements, therefore I have written pass so that I will work on it later after I complete the else part. So now let's work on the if part. So if now we will take another input, status. Now I will take driving license. So DL. It shows that our program is having two issues. Let me look over those. Status list. In line number 7, it says that was not closed. Is that true? Uh, so the issue is that I need to write double equal to, then only it will work. So I had made that mistake. So now it must work perfectly. So I will be discussing this problem. Is your driving license active? So the issue is that you are allowed to drive vehicles. This part is getting printed. Let me work on this. Status screen. Let's check. There's some issue with the program, I believe. So now our program is working perfectly fine. So first of all, I have let me explain the working of the program and problem statement. So in this program, first of all, we are asking users to enter their age. So they are entering their age over here. Then we are checking the age from here. If age is greater than or equal to 18, then we come to the second statement where we are asking the user to say if they have a driving license or not. So if the status is yes, if they type yes or Y, then we will ask another question if their driving license is active or expired. So if they say it is yes active, then we can say we are saying that you are allowed to drive license, and elif part will work if else fails. So then we are writing here no, you are not, you do not possess an active driving license. So this part will work, and in the else part finally it will work. So likewise this program will go. So you can check using 18, let's say 11. So the age is below 18, therefore you are not eligible. This part gets printed. So let's change the age now. Let's change the age is to 21, and yes, and I do not have driving license. No, you need to possess an active driving license. So you cannot drive because you are less than 21, less than greater than 21, but you do not have a driving license. So I hope you got it now. Let's come to the next. So we will be discussing iterative statements. We shall do this in the next lecture. Thank you for your time. If you have any feedback for this, make sure to drop the same in the comment section. For any issues, drop the same in comment section. Thank you.